Hello guys, how are you? I hope so. Today we are going to talk about everything we know about the Toyota bZ4X specs, but before I have to ask you to subscribe and leave your like, let's go to the video. The ETNGA-based model brings a lot of firsts for Toyota. Toyota released today a lot of details about the all-new Toyota bZ4X model, which will be launched worldwide in the middle of 2022. It's the first out of 7 upcoming Toyota Beyond Zero models, unveiled in concept version in April. The car is based on Toyota's new ETNGA platform, the first one dedicated to battery electric vehicles, developed jointly with Subaru, responsible for the AWD system. The Toyota bZ4X is equipped with a 71.4 kWh lithium-ion battery, which is expected to be very durable, with an impressive capacity retention target of 90% after 10 years or 240,000 kilometers, 150,000 miles. The battery is placed flat under the floor. The Japanese manufacturer does not reveal the battery supplier, but most likely it's Panasonic. Toyota partners also with BYD. All we know is that it's a 355V system and liquid-cooled. The WLTC range of the bZ4X FWD to be up to 500 kilometers, 311 miles. The AWD version will have a lower range of 460 kilometers, 286 miles. An important thing is that Toyota bZ4X will have a heat pump type air conditioning to limit the energy consumption in cold weather. Toyota has decided to use in the bZ4X for the first time e-axles, integrated electric motor, single-speed transmission, and inverter. There will be 2 versions of the car. Front-wheel drive with a single 150 kilowatts electric motor. All-wheel drive with 2 80 kilowatts electric motors, one in the front and one in the rear, for a total output of 160 kilowatts. We are a little bit surprised that the difference between the two is so small, just 10 kilowatts. Maybe there will be other versions as well at a later point, like 150 kilowatts plus 80 kilowatts for a total of 230 kilowatts. An interesting thing is that the Japanese automaker calls the motor type AC synchronous electric generator, which does not tell us much. It might be a permanent magnet synchronous motor, most likely, or an externally excited synchronous motor like in the case of Renault. In the front, above the e-axle, there is an electricity supply unit, ESU, that consolidates charging and power distribution functions. Depending on the version, the Toyota bZ4X can go 0 to 100 km per hour, 62 miles per hour, in 8.4 seconds, FWD, or 7.7 seconds, AWD. In terms of charging, the base onboard charger is a single-phase 6.6 kilowatts, but in the Q4 2022, there will be an available, at least in Europe, 3-phase 11 kilowatts unit. The DC fast charging option should offer 80% recharge in about 30 minutes. The maximum charging power will be 150 kilowatts, which is over 2C. Toyota intends to offer also an optional solar roof, which, depending on conditions, might add up to 1,800 kilometers, 1,119 miles, of range per year. Overall, the EV specs appear to be quite solid for a mainstream model, but of course it's nowhere near the top EVs. We must remember that this is the first serious BEV developed by Toyota. If it will be combined with a reasonable price and outstanding reliability, we can't complain. Toyota bZ4X specs, Japan. Toyota bZ4X FWD version. WLTC about 500 kilometers, 311 miles. 71.4 kWh battery. 355V, liquid cooled. Battery capacity retention ratio, target 90% after 10 years or 240,000 kilometers, 150,000 miles. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, 62 miles per hour, in 8.4 seconds. Top speed of 160 kilometers per hour, 100 miles per hour. Front-wheel drive, e-axle integrated motor, single-speed transmission and inverter. AC synchronous motor. Peak system output of 150 kilowatts and 265 Nm of torque. AC charging, Onboard 6.6 kilowatts, 3-phase 11 kilowatts option for Europe. DC fast charging, up to 150 kilowatts, up to 80% in about 30 minutes. Weight, 1,920 kilograms, 2,195 kilograms total. Dimensions, length 4,690 millimeters, width 1,860 millimeters, height 1,650 millimeters, antenna, wheelbase 2,850 millimeters. Heat pump type air conditioning. Over-the-air, OTA, software updates. ETNGA platform. Toyota bZ4X AWD version. WLTP, WLTC about 460 kilometers, 286 miles. 71.4 kilowatt-hour battery. 355V, liquid-cooled. Battery capacity retention ratio, target 90% after 10 years or 240,000 kilometers, 150,000 miles. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, 62 miles per hour, in 7.7 seconds. Top speed of 160 kilometers per hour, 100 miles per hour. Dual motor all-wheel drive, e-axle integrated motor, single-speed transmission, and inverter. 280 kilowatts AC synchronous motors. Peak system output of 160 kilowatts and 336 Nm of torque. AC charging, onboard 6.6 kilowatts, 3-phase 11 kilowatts option for Europe. DC fast charging, up to 150 kilowatts, up to 80% in about 30 minutes. Weight, 2,005 kilograms, 2,275 kilograms total. Dimensions, length 4,690 millimeters, width 1,860 millimeters, height 1,650 millimeters, antenna, wheelbase 2,850 millimeters. Heat pump type air conditioning. Over-the-air, OTA, software updates. ETNGA platform. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.